Hey, Ollie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, thanks for being willing to come into the gauntlet this morning. I know, I know you were like, what
What time?
8 at 8 a.m. What time? Yeah,
You want me to move out of my house when it's 32 degrees at
yeah,
what time?
yeah,
When we first started doing this show, when he told me that, I was like, "No, you're crazy. No way. I'm not getting there that early 2 days a week." But he talked
Yeah.
me into it.
You were talking about how you have your house fairly cool and lots of covers. Yeah, I don't need covers. I have two Rottweilers to sleep on my bed.
My parents, my parents have what are them dogs that my parents have? Not beagles, basset hounds,
Passive
and they're
house.
big,
Uh-huh.
and they both sleep in the same bed as my parents.
Yeah. Mm. I didn't start it out that way. It wasn't my idea. So,
Yeah.
but once you start them, they sneak up there. So,
yeah. But that's kind of a thing now. I mean, a lot of people, I don't know, when I was a kid, you know, we had pets, but they were seldom inside and never on the furniture. And
yep.
now it's just, I mean, pets are just a part of everyone's life. And
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my grandparents had a room you weren't allowed to sit in. Like
really,
even the kids. Yeah, let alone dogs. My parents' dogs rule their house. Like if you get up for a split second, there's Biscuit or Thor on that couch, like
Uh,
right where you were sitting.
no, these two are not allowed on the furniture, but well, on the bed, but you can
on
watch
the
that.
bed, but not on the furniture. Yeah,
Not well, they're not supposed to get on the chairs or the couches. Yeah, but when I
yeah.
walk out the door, apparently when the gate slams, I've been told
The-
to who's on the couch.
Automatic, huh?
well, Holly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been selling real estate for 27 years. I've been with Remax 20 years. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year in October. I was married for 40 years, and my husband passed away in a motorcycle crash out by Hot Lake 19 months ago today. Or no, 21 months ago today on the 19th. Um, three children, five grandchildren. Love what I do. Love selling real estate. The last 21 months have made that completely apparent that that's my family. That's where I belong.
Well, that's
Is your
awesome.
was your husband's name Keith?
Yes, it was.
That's
Keith
my
Walker.
dad. My dad's name is Keith Walker.
Your dad's name's Keith Walker?
Yeah. There's there.
The
We've
other Keith
always known.
Walker.
Yep.
We've
Yeah.
always known who he was.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the other Keith
Yeah,
Walker. Yeah. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Do you live right above me?
Huh?
Do you live right above me? I'm building the shop.
Right above where?
Me,
I
where
can't.
I live in LeGrand.
I don't know where you live.
Okay. Okay.
So apparently not.
Maybe not. Maybe you're not who I thought you were.
um, so so what kind of what I mean, you've been doing real estate a long time. What's kind of your thing? Everybody, I
Everybody has their niche,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
my favorite thing is to work with first-time home buyers. I love making people realize their dream. One of my favorite comments to people is everybody buys a house. Some of them just do it for their landlords. Um, I make people buy homes that never thought they could. It's fun to counsel them and guide them and watch them achieve that goal.
I can imagine that. I can imagine. So the first house, Shauna helped me buy my first house, and it was kind of that same way. It was I didn't imagine that I was in a position where I could do that,
Mhm.
and so I can imagine that's really rewarding for you.
It kind of makes you the hero. Who wouldn't want to be that? Um, Getting them through some of the steps in the process. Literally the first step in the process is to get qualified and make sure that you're ready to jump on that home when it's ready to be, when it's available for you to purchase it. Um, Run your own credit report. You can do that. Experian offers a free one every year, as well as creditkarma.com. Um, That's the first place to start. Read the report. Don't just run it, but read it and analyze it and make sure that there are no inaccuracies on it. And then come see me.
Mhm.
We'll go look.
Yeah. So do you have any recommendations for people that need to work on their credit? Maybe they find something that's like, I don't know. Do you have any advice for them there?
Something that's sneaks up that they'd forgotten about. That's often the occasion. Sometimes you'll find something on your credit report that's not even yours. And to err is human, but we're all computer now. But there still are some inaccuracies. Start paying down those bills. Save money. You don't always need to go get that coffee. when you get home. So yeah, and anybody can save money.
Yeah.
If, you have a job, you can save money.
Has the game changed a little bit in this particular climate? Talk to us about that.
There's not much out there to sell. Daily, I run a inventory to see what's available. In 27 years, I have never seen a lower inventory on a daily basis. We've gone down as low as 16 listings active in Union County for residential purchase. I think the highest I've seen in the last couple months has hit 25 active listings in residential purchase. That doesn't mean that's all that's coming on. If you list your house right now, potential is you're going to sell it if it's priced even close to right. So it's a different market, but be ready to move, and being qualified is the strongest way you can do it.
Yeah. So, what else? Maybe do you have a favorite story of someone that you helped?
I do. In fact, I actually talked to him last night about this.
Yeah.
Everybody has different needs.
Yeah.
One of my really good friends actually my son's best friend came to me and he says, I need to buy a house. And he ran his credit. He couldn't buy one at that point. About 8-9 months later, he comes up to me and he says, I'm ready. Get me with a lender. So we put him in contact with a lender. One of his criteria was he had to have room for a pool table. Okay. So every house we looked at, we looked at 8-9 houses, and he was getting a little frustrated. And I was driving down a road one day and I seen this house come on the market, and I said, hey, we need to go look at it. 20 minutes later, he comes walking through the door of the office. He says, I want to buy that house. I said, we need to go look at it. He says, I've already looked at it. I've even mowed the lawn for the guy. What? You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. So we went and looked at it, wrote the offer, bought the house, and yeah, he's pretty happy there. He's been there 20 years. So
wow.
20 years?
20
Wow.
years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. So.
Well, that's wonderful. What kind of lending? Maybe talk about different types of lending that people, the alternatives that they have.
Conventional. Obviously, that would be the best way to go. Cash is actually the best way to go, but that's not lending.
Cash rules everything.
Right? Even though money's nasty. Conventional homes don't have to have a lot going for them most of the time to qualify. Not always have full foundations. If you have strong enough credit, you can do drive-by appraisals. FHA, you have to have 3.5% down. Closing costs, sometimes you can ask your sellers to pay your closing costs, which is very common with first-time home buyer loans. I really prefer to have first-time home buyers have some money, because there are some hidden expenses that come up, home inspections and such. So, but conventional FHA, VA loans are pretty common. And all the steps, Brent, you've gone through them.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. And I think, it can seem kind of daunting, but it is really helpful, to have an agent who kind of leads you through all of that stuff,
Yeah. And I'm not even going to fabricate this one. I am not good at following through with telling people, okay, this is the next step. So if you want to know what the next step is, you might want to ask me, because I'm just not going to volunteer that information. I should, and I'll work on that. That, another goal to work on. So
yeah. So it sounds like you kind of get some reward, some personal satisfaction out of like fighting for that, getting those people in a home that maybe didn't think they were going to be able to do that.
That's the best part, is the people that just really didn't know that they could. Another story, I listed a house and I had a renter in it, and she opened the door for us to have our multiple listing tour. My gosh, this was so many years ago. We don't even do those anymore. And I kind of walked through the house with her for a little bit, and then as I was getting ready to leave, she says, I want to buy a house. I said, okay. Put her in contact with a lender. She couldn't buy at that point in time. Didn't think she would be able to buy for 18 months. 9 months later, she calls me. She's purchased 3 houses through me. So
3 houses?
3 houses.
Wow.
4 houses, yeah. So, and she uses some of them as rentals now. So
wow,
it can be done.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, thank you, Holly, for being with us. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, Remax is right downtown here in La Grande, right across the street from the closed Umpqua Bank.
We're at 1214 and a half Adams. We're between I can't even say it. Bellis, and and for some reason her name just Corey Kleebom's there down there. So I can't think of her company's name, but right across the street from the closed Umpqua Bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you, and I know that Shauna and Randy intentionally, moved downtown, wanted to be a part of the downtown community.
Yeah.
And that really makes a big difference. Really appreciate them doing that.
We started selling real estate all about the same time, Shauna, Randy, and Holly. And we all kind of worked downtown at that time. I missed it. I mean, it's interesting. You can walk out either door of our office and get a whole different view of what's going on in the world down there. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's important. That's why, I mean, I'm the president of the Downtown Association, and I really appreciate businesses that are intentional about supporting downtown, because it's not always easy.
No, and our downtown needs a lot of support. So it's a beautiful place.
Yeah. So, all righty. Well, thank you so much, Holly.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.